Made it tough to play, you know. Sometimes you've got to play the conditions, and you know we went long a few more times than we would have liked, I suppose. But sometimes you just have to play the game, and they were always going to be up for it. You know, new manager coming in, we know what Nigel's like as well. So you see how good the team is from last year, how well they did. They haven't lost a lot of players, so they're having a bad time. But we knew it'd be tough, and it proved to be that.
A lot of mistakes, as you say, and I say it's scrappy. Is this kind of breeze that's affecting the conditions? That's why it's so many mistakes?
Yeah, it's not nice. Obviously, it affects everything, the touch, the longer passes, crosses, but you have to deal with it. Same for both teams, and sometimes you just got to scrap it out. Can't always be pretty and nice football, and that's an important result today, to get those 3 points in the way we did, battling it out.
Here, Mo, fantastic first goal. Just turned the game within 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'm practicing my right foot, so I had a good luck, in the first goal. It was a counter-attack, so you played a good pass. I think it was scored in the right time, so we played against a tough team today. I think they should be a better position than what they are. So hopefully we keep winning next few games.
It felt like there was a lot of anxiety, nervousness from the crowd, so that second goal was very important, a cheeky flick.
I think now we have a more experience. We played together for 3-4 years, so we know when we can make the game calm, when we make it fast. So sometimes, yeah, the crowd, like, they get panic a little bit, but we have experience. We won a few games like 1-0, so it's fine.
This is a bit of an obstacle course this month for you now. You're over the fourth hurdle of about 9, I think it is. It's just a battle, keep grinding.
Yeah, keep recovering, concentrate on the next game and prepare and go again. This team's so good at that. Really good mentality, but it's not easy, but that's the price of being successful. We want to win every game and keep pushing, and you can see the quality in the squad because changes are being made all the time, and that's what we need to do.
Could you present Mo with the man of the match?
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Desmond.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Desmond.
And an absolutely well-deserved man of the match award. That took their chances and the team that didn't.
I think he'd be pleasantly surprised. James Milner said it there. He said there's a lot of this team from last year who had the great run in the cup and finished well in the league. I mean, they was good today. Nigel Pearson would be happy with how they set up the distance between.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have expected to win anything today. You know, he would have relayed that to his players. You know, you go in every game to win, but this game he'd have looked at the fixtures and gone, right, okay, this is about the performance, and they performed admirably in front of goal. They're very, very low on confidence. You know, players like Sarr, professional footballers, shouldn't be missing as bad as he does, and it's not because he's a bad player, it's because his confidence is low. The rest of the team, nobody hit the target, there was no conviction, so that's something to work on, but the basics were there today, so it's promising for Watford.
Yeah, 9 goals in the league all season for Watford. You can see why today, can't you? And it reflects itself in the points they have on the board. Look at that, 9 from 17 games. By the end of today, they could be 8 points from safety. They're starting to get cut adrift. Meanwhile, for Liverpool, I mean, the numbers are just incredible. 16 home wins on the bounce, 34 games unbeaten, and crucially today, and perhaps the thing that will make Jurgen Klopp most happy, despite winning 2-0, the first clean sheet at Anfield this season. That is significant. There are plenty more games of football still to come. A bit of team news for you. Andy Carroll captains Newcastle today. We've also got Chelsea in action today. They've lost 3 of their last 4, and Leicester are looking to win 9 on the trot. That would be pretty special for them, wouldn't it? They're in brilliant form as well. They're up against Norwich today, so a difficult day for them. Keeping across all of the action as the day unfolds are our brilliant team on BT Sports Score. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jake. Thank you. Couple of significant results at lunchtime then. Liverpool winning 2-0 against Watford, and Birmingham 2, West Brom 3 in the Championship. West Brom going top.
Yes, indeed. BT Sports Score follows all the post-match reaction from Anfield, all the goals as they happen in the 3 o'clock kickoffs, including 4 more games in the Premier League.
So Chelsea made it through to the knockout stages of the Champions League in midweek, but they've lost 3 out of 4 in the Premier League. They face Bournemouth today, who've lost their last 5.
Elsewhere, Leicester look to make it 9 wins in a row against Norwich. Burnley play Newcastle, and Sheffield United take on Aston Villa.
We'll also bring you all the best from La Liga and the Bundesliga. We've got Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona all in action, and Jeff Brazier watching Blythe Spartans away at Stockport in the FA Trophy. So, BT Sports Score live from 2:45. We'll see you then.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you, Jules. So that's the football. Meanwhile, if it's more rugby this year, they did it. However, the one real point of difference was in the finishing. Mo Salah once again proving what a player he is. A player who's on form, a player who's got his confidence back, and a player who picked up 2 goals and 3 points for Liverpool. All the reaction next.
I don't know why it was so hot. I mean, I ordered a korma. Hey Kelly, how you doing, mate?
What are we doing?
We're filming everyone.
When we heard Des on the pitch there at the end interviewing Mo Salah, and he said, "I've been with a smile on his face. I've been practicing finishing with my right foot." That's not just a lesson for every young footballer watching this. That is a life lesson. Like, if you might be good at stuff, but you can always get better, and he's proven that, and that tells us so much about him and this club, actually.
Well, that's it. The demands you put on yourself. The high elite people, the people that get to the top of their game, like Mo Salah. He scored, like Crouchy said, he scored 30, 35 goals, and he wanted to improve the one aspect of his game, the right foot, and he scored 3 absolute worldies this week with his right foot. So it's a great lesson for all the kids out there.
Yeah, it certainly was. Mo Salah scoring week in, week out, but still improving his game, and that's the difference, I suppose. It was certainly the difference between Liverpool and Watford today, was the finishing.
Look at this, Crouchy, 15 seconds from one end to the other. That pass from Firmino, here, this chop inside, he knows where he wants to go, but that little extra touch there, that just delays and lets him get this pass here I want to talk about, Jake, because that is meant...
That's not a clearance, that's a pass into his path.
Guided. The left foot passes well from Mane, but the finish as well is sublime, and they're the difference. The three boys up front were the absolute difference today.
I didn't think Firmino did much wrong here. It was just devastating from Salah. It was a great turn, and then it was the extra touch here that we enjoyed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
a couple of touches there.
See, you slow that down, Jake, and that will look pretty basic to the people at home. But that little touch where you just steady, it's so easy to come in on your weak foot and to want to get your shot off Crilly and snap it. But this is 2-0. That touch from Ox there.
I gave away a pass though for Oxlade-Chamberlain, to put Mane away. And
then great pass from Origi. But listen, Origi's making impact. Look at his boys flooding the box here. But this flick here, he's got no right to score that. And he just popped it through his legs. I mean, it's lovely, and it's an elite footballer playing at the height of his game in our league, and it's a joy to watch.
That's the difference. Just full of confidence, isn't it? I mean, he wouldn't. At Watford, they've been snatched at China. He only scored 9 goals this season, and you can see there he's onside.
And that's VAR checking. Look, the big frustration for us, and we know there's no point getting our knickers in a twist about VAR checking tight offsides, right? It does that, and it will continue to do that, and it's not going anywhere. The issue here at Anfield, they don't have a big screen. They didn't see what was going on, and that does have a genuine impact on the game. We saw it a couple of times today.
We emotionally got the Mane goal that got disallowed. We thought that would be game over when that went in. So it's difficult here because we haven't got the screen for the punters to see. But I think it's just something we're going to have to get used to. They got all the decisions right today, and you can't argue with that. You can't argue with facts, and it's a fact that the VAR got it right.
Not having a big screen here is an issue, though. I mean, we're sitting here. We've got the screens in front of us. We can see exactly what's going on. I'm looking at the fans. They've got no idea what is going on, and that is the problem.
It's not ideal. Right, we mentioned about the Watford finishing there. I find it so difficult to think that Nigel Pearson will be happy today, because he will have surely seen this as a missed opportunity. No clean sheet here all season for Liverpool. They weren't great today, but they got the win. He will know they could have at least got a point.
This was a bonus game for him today. I think no one's expecting them to get anything out of this game, but they performed well. I know they lost the game 2-0, but they had chances. They created. I've seen lots of teams come here and go into their shell and not create anything, but they created chances, and on another day they could have got a result.
I mean, this is a mindset thing. This isn't a quality thing. I know they've not scored a lot of goals, but for professional footballers to snatch at the shots like we have done today, I mean, this one I felt for the lad here. Delafeu does amazingly well here. He falls out, so he's got all the time in the world, and that's just confidence, Jake. I mean, obviously there's an element of quality. There's no one in the Watford team with the same quality as Mane, Salah or Firmino. Yeah, but if they was at their normal level today, they're scoring 1 or 2 goals.
He's a £30 million player.
Listen, I'm not saying I've done it that bad, but I've missed plenty of chances in my career. For me, see this one here. This
is great play.
Yeah, really that's great play, and that's what he gives you, Crouch, ain't it? But I mean, he just needs to have the confidence to pick a spot and tuck it away.
After the goal was disallowed from Mane, Liverpool got a little bit nervy. You felt like it was going to be one of those days where Watford maybe nicked it or nicked something out of the game. But then obviously the quality of Salah at the end kills it. But there was a few nervy moments with Van Dijk, with Gomez, and that's credit to Watford and how they play.
There's 40 points between these two sides. For long periods it didn't look like that today, and I guess that is a positive for Watford.
That's a massive positive for Watford. The interesting thing today was how the fans reacted to this. They've not had a day like this at Anfield where they could have lost it. Realistically, they could have lost it if Watford take their chances, and they really got nervy, they really got agitated. So maybe, I mean, I think the title's done. It's here, it's coming to Anfield, no problem whatsoever. But another 2-3 more games like this, we really felt the tension after 75 minutes when it was 1-0. You know, and there's going to be 22 more games. You're going to have at least 5 or 6. You have to go through pain to win a title, and you have to go through games where you're not playing well and where things are just not working, and that will show you character. And Liverpool showed a lot of character today.
Is there such a thing as a champion's performance when a team plays badly and wins? We talk about it in the media. I'm just wondering whether from a player's perspective that is a genuine thing, or whether we're kind of making a fuss about nothing. You have good and bad days. And
no, there is. I mean, anyone wins a title, that's the same. I think Man United did it for years. You know, they weren't playing well, they got results, and Liverpool no different today. But you always feel Liverpool have another gear, and I think they could have gone up a gear if they needed to.
100%. This was one of them days. This is exactly what they say that for. This is a game where you win titles, and we had loads to look at. But there were so many incidents between 45 and 70 minutes where Liverpool got a little bit agitated. You know, when they did finally get it, and Jordan Henderson strung a few passes together, kept the ball. Goalkeeper takes his time. All the little incidences you have to do when you know your team's not playing well and it wasn't free flowing. They got there in the end, and it's a cliche, but you have to win like that sometimes to win titles.
And I guess the feeling among the players is we played badly, we won the game. Maybe that's a good omen. I tell you what, let's get some reaction from Watford. Nigel Pearson is with Des. Des.
Nigel, defeat, but so much to be proud